Thank you everyone. Today I am going to discuss about pitch of sound and quality of sound. Pitch of the sound. It is the characteristics of the sound that helps us to distinguish sharp or shrill sound from the flat or grave sound. Shrill and sharp sound are the same type of sound, and flat and grave sounds also they are the same type of sound. Sharp and shrill sound means the sound has greater frequency. Flat or grave sound means the sound have less frequency. Pitch of the sound is depend on that frequency. Greater the frequency, more the pitch. More the pitch means is the shriller sound. Less the frequency is the less the pitch. That means it is the flat or grave sound. Pitch is a kind of feeling, while frequency is measurable physical quantity. And that is why we measure pitch by the frequency of the sound. Now we discuss by a diagram. Say here that two sound wave, either A, it is the black in color, and another is the red in color, and there is the B. These two sound wave, A has low frequency because in this region it produces only one wave, two waves, whereas B produces here one wave, two wave, three wave, and four waves. So B have high frequency, but both A and B have the same amplitude. So since they have same amplitude, so their loudness is same, but as the frequency is not same, so their pitch is not same. A have less A, this is the A have less pitch and B have higher pitch. That means B is shriller sound than A. Now the frequency of sound depends on which factors? Frequency of sound depends on the length of the vibrating object, mass of the vibrating object, thickness of the vibrating object, and tightness of the vibrating object. The frequency of the sound, it depends on these factors of the vibrating object. And now if the vibrating object is shorter, light, that means less weight, thin and tight, then the object produces higher frequency. Higher frequency means it is the shrill sound. That means shorter, lighter, thin and tight object produce shriller sound, whereas long, heavy, thick and loosely bound object produce low frequency sound. Low frequency sound means it is the flat sound. So the long, heavy, thick and loosely bound object produce flat sound or grave sound. Now every tuning fork has a particular frequency and it is written on its stem. If the arms of the tuning fork is coated by wax, then what happens? The frequency of the tuning fork decreases because it becomes thicker. The sound of wax coated tuning fork is flatter than that produced by it in its usual condition because of its thickness increases. Now you compare the voice, man's voice and woman's voice. The size of the woman vocal cord of woman is shorter and thinner. As it is shorter and thinner, it produces high frequency sound, that means shrill sound. Whereas man's vocal cord, it is the bigger in size and thick, so it produces less frequency sound, that means flat sound. So man's voice is flat sound, whereas woman's voice is shrill sound. But if you compare the loudness, then the man's voice is more louder than the woman's voice. Now it is the pitch of the sound. Now the quality of the sound. First of all, what do you mean by quality of the sound? The quality of the sound is the characteristics of sound by which we can distinguish the sounds of same pitch and same loudness. Say two sounds have same pitch and same sound loudness, but we can distinguish the two sounds because their qualities are different. Note, it is a complex sound having more than one frequency. That means multi-frequency sound is note. The lower frequency present in note is known as the fundamental frequency. The notes can have same fundamental frequency but can never have same harmonics. Harmonics means the multiple frequency of the fundamental frequency is known as the harmonics. Therefore, quality of sound will always differ for the sound coming from the different sources. Because of the sound coming from the different sources may have same fundamental frequency, but the harmonics present in them will not be equal, will not be same. As the harmonics are different, so the quality of the sound will be different. Now it is due to the quality of sound that we can able to recognize the voice of our well-known person, and this quality of the sound helps us to recognize the voice of our well-known persons. Now take us one example graphically representation. Here the three waves. All of them have same amplitude. That means they have same loudness, and also their frequency is same, that within the same length all have one wave, so their frequencies are same, so the pitch of the sound is same, but the shapes of the wave are not same. Shape are not same, that means the harmonics present in it are not same. That means they have same pitch, same loudness, but the harmonics present in them are different. As the harmonics are different, so their qualities are different. So the quality of the sound helps us to recognize the sounds from different sources. Thank you.